I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, because it's a total waste of my precious bloody time. I was surprised to be flooded with negative comments out of nowhere this week, calling me every name under the sun. And then I was even more surprised to discover the source. Wings of Ponciness. What, that bloke who made a tit out of himself on the X Factor?
It's pop music that you do, it's not rock, it's pop.
That's metal, metal to my ear! Jesus. And I thought, what, has he accused me of auto-tuning my new song or summit? Because he bloody won't find any. But no, this is what happened. And yes, I'm going to have to mention that fella that I said I didn't want to mention ever again. But I'm sick of saying his name, so we're going to go with Il Twatto from now on. I just want it to be a music and entertainment channel, man. A place where people can come to forget the troubles we face on this wretched hive of scum and villainy we call planet Earth. But a couple of things came up and I've ended up getting a bit more serious upon occasion. And the more I heard about Il Twatto, I realised I had to use my newfound platform to do what was right and put a stop to this guy's antics. And the risk was high. If I'd come along trying to destroy this guy's career without good reason, it could have been disastrous for me. But after working with a few guys collecting evidence, we exposed the man for his stealing of music, selling the tabs, releasing someone else's song, speeding up guitar lines and miming along, selling expensive guitars that companies made him for free, and more despicable behaviour which you'd think would be enough to put a stop to him. In the aftermath, people like Alex Hutchins, Jack Gardner, Levi Clay, and Dovidas came forward in support.
The Passion Warfare tab book?
No, it was...
By Giacomo Matera?
But I was very disappointed by the silence of the biggest names. Rick Beato talks about this sort of thing all the time, and yet didn't even answer our emails. And none of the people who appeared in this guy's videos have said anything at all. And because of this, the scandal hasn't had the full effect we were hoping for. He's deleted his apology video, deleted all negative comments, and he's just gonna continue when this has died down even further. Now, two of the bigger creators that mentioned it were Ola England and Wings of Pegasus, and I will give them some credit for not ignoring it altogether. But Ola used it in the title and then just glossed over it in the video, in my opinion. And then Mr. Pegasus, to me, was far too generous, sitting with one cheek on the fence when he could have condemned all his bad behaviour for the good of the music community, to help stop this sort of thing from happening again. But sadly, I feel he pranced around the subject with all the backbone of a boiled noodle. Now, this was the only remark I made on wet-ass Pegasus, or when they spend 12 minutes completely missing the point.
If you were to give credit to the original guitarist, that might be even worse.
And after a grand total of 3 comments on his video, he felt the need to put this 11-minute epic out. And I get it, we all struggle for content sometimes, but it resulted in a tsunami of Danny hate, which I firmly believe is unwarranted. Wings of Pegasus has now done 3 videos which have resulted in more harm to me than to the thieving git I was trying to take down in the first place. And so, Mr. Pegasus, I would just like you to know that you have a rather unhappy little Yorkshire bunny here. However, I think there's just been a misunderstanding. He does seem like a nice fella, and I think we're on the same side, really. This one comment summed everything up and helped me understand, to be honest. We have very different styles, me and Pego, and I do tend to go straight for the jugular whenever necessary. So I'm happy to leave it at that, and I don't want you all to go back at him in retaliation. I do apologise, Mr. Pegasus, and I hope you feel the same way. And if not, I've fried bigger fish than you, pal. You'd merely be a sprat in the deep fat bass fryer. Ha ha!